Yeah, hello, hello. We're gonna review a few stud hands from yesterday. Yet another horrible session. So, first hand here, I was wondering about 4th Street. Bring-ins here, we limp the beauty of a hand, and it's bet into us. Usually here, like if you have a 4 flush or you have a 4 straight, it's easy call or easy raise, but what if you have only 3 to a flush and a straight, is what I was wondering the difference. So we'll just compare versus random hands. So let's say I had a 4 flush. What's my equity? 60%. Let's say I had a 4 straight. 4 straight, no suit. And the actual hand. So we still have above average equity, but it's way worse. So I guess a call is probably okay. But that's against random hand, so... Well, Quicken does have a random hand actually, because he's the bring-in. Almost random. In fact, he has a worse than random hand, because he would probably complete with a few of the better hands. And Pasparisa plays like 70% of hands, so it's pretty close to... So we could actually raise here, theoretically. Although, he's showing strength, so he's got to have something. So, probably not raising. But yeah, my intuition looks like it was roughly correct. But the difference between a 4 flush and this is gigantic. And even a 4 straight. It's interesting to see the difference between a 4 straight and a 4 flush. 60% equity to 51%. Pretty significant difference, but still very good for 4 straight. So next hand, it's just going to be a calculator only hand. Queen, queen, 9 suited. So basically I was wondering, how good is queen queen against random? There's 2 aces up. And then random undercards. So whatever. Basically, I want to know how, if there were no overcards, what's my equity, and versus 2 aces, what's my equity, and stuff like that. So with 2 aces out there, equity is 31%, and let's say it was instead 10 of diamonds, 10 of clubs. Huh, so it basically makes no difference. What if there's 1 ace? This should make a difference. But not a huge one. 1.5% equity change. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to play these pocket pairs when there's an overcard, because there's too much equity to fold. What if there were 3 aces just for fun? So with 2 there was 2, we had 31% equity. We go up another 2.7% because it's so unlikely somebody has a pair of aces, nor that they can hit. But yeah, even what about with like ace, king? So 2 overcards that are not blocked. Still fine. So I guess it'll be about figuring out whether a player has kings or not, kind of thing. So if they re-raise pre-flop, then especially at higher stakes it'll be easy to figure out. Lower stakes, not as much, because players could play passively with an overpair to you. Okay, next hand, 4 hearts. So here it is here. So one thing about capping, whether capping was okay, so it goes bring in, call, 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 call. Check, 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 bet obviously. Gets called, called. Bet, gets bet into me, call, raise, so... Once again, this guy doesn't have a random hand, but we'll give him that just for simplicity's sake. Wow. So capping is definitely not right, if we know he has strips. So, when he bets here, what do we... I wonder if I'm supposed to know that I should just call here. I mean, his board doesn't look that scary. 3a7, but why is he betting into us when we could have a 4 flush? So I'm probably overestimating a spot like this. I mean, this is the worst case scenario, right? He just hit trips. That's the worst possible hand he could have. Unless he had trip aces, but whatever. I only have 28% equity in 3 ways. So yeah, capping here is totally wrong. I mean, if I somehow know he has this, he's much more likely to have 2 pair. And if he has 2 pair, let's say he has a two pair that dominates us. It's pretty similar. Although at least we have our fair share of equity. But yeah. So capping was wrong and even raising was wrong, theoretically. Okay. Lesson learned there. Final hand, deuce of hearts. So here, I want to know about 4th Street. So bring in for max, call, fold, raise, right. So I'm kind of curious about this spot first of all. So dead cards, 10 hearts, 7 diamonds. So with what we know anyway, after the hand, I would have 28% equity, 5 ways. Mainly though, I want to dump these. See our 3-way equity. 3-way equity is 29%, so it's not that bad. And we're getting, what, 8, 16, 23 to 8. 3 to 1. But it might get re-raised though. If we know what ends up happening. Oh, it didn't get re-raised. I thought it did. So it's probably not that bad. Now I want to know 4th Street here. I'm getting 10 to 1. I feel like it's probably a call. So 18.7% equity. So intuitively, I'm pretty sure that's a call. Alright. I'm happy with that. We're going to switch over to the tables now. We'll be back in less than 10 minutes after delay. Thanks.